So my name's Tania Chambers. I'm a producer and I set up my company Feisty Dame Productions about 8 years ago. It's really exciting to be an international producer of both feature films and of television series. I think I've had some really great female role models along the way and male role models actually, some of whom were great feminists, who always helped me to believe that I could do more than I imagined I could. And that belief from somebody else in me made all the difference, I think. I loved French and German literature and languages, and so I ended up really doing an arts law degree with law as my trade, and it was through law that I actually came into film and TV because I became a lawyer, in-house lawyer at the ABC, and ended up doing co-production agreements for drama and for documentaries. I certainly had some challenges early on. I mean, I remember very much being one of the only women in the room. Certainly I remember when I was in my 20s as a lawyer, the greatest thing that I had was my law degree, because I would walk into a room mostly of men. They would then assume I was the secretary or note taker or assistant. And then one of the guys would turn around, one of the executives would turn around and say, "Oh, this is our lawyer." And you could watch the room change in their attitude to me immediately. So that helped. I did have a situation where somebody stopped the meeting and called me a delightful little thing. And which I was just, at the time I just couldn't kind of get over. And it was a time when you used to have your initials on the documents, and they changed them all and changed my initials from TCC to DLT within our team, just to stir the hell out of me. And I look back on it now and it's quite astounding. I mean, you really don't get away with that in the same way, I think. When we look at the mix-up of directors, when we look at people on boards and on committees, I think we're all now looking at that and stepping back and saying, how diverse is this group of people? And have we got gender balance, but have we also got greater diversity from people with different backgrounds? For me, the networking side is really important. So it is actually about people who've got greater experience making the time to actually spend with people coming through the ranks and encourage them. I think that's something that does help a great deal. I think we've got to keep our friendship circles really strong. It's an industry, especially for key creatives, that has big periods of trough, and then if you're lucky, peaks. And I think to be able to survive through that time, you have to have a really good support group of people. WIFT really can have a role, I think, in not just bringing people together and networking, but also profiling some of the talent, which is great.